All right, welcome back. Sorry about that delay. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with one of our characters, but that hopefully should be fine. Hopefully we'll get that fixed up short. However, for now, let's take a moment to introduce each of our characters and our show. As you can see, tonight is episode 77 and a half, as we are down one Pete. But yeah, let's take a moment to introduce our characters and talk a little bit about the adventure. Our first character is Like Callie. And Like Callie, how are you?
Hi Pete, how's it going?
Like Callie, I'm not like Pete.
Really? You guys need to, identify yourselves. You're just, floating voices. How am I supposed to recognize you?
Like Callie, do I need a name tag? Or that probably won't help, huh?
If you can make one fly next to your voice, that'd be fine.
I suppose that's fair. So, like Callie, as we do every week here in DnDTime, can you tell us a little bit about your character and how you came to be an adventurer in Bartholomew's employ?
Well, I'm a cleric, of course. I used to worship Thor, but then he was useless, and then I, worshiped Claude, and he, was useless, and then I worshipped, Nightmare Kurt, and oh my god, he is so annoying. Every time I try to sleep, he's talking to me. He's like, "Make Bartholomew sleep," and it's like I have no idea what his obsession is with that. So I totally dumped him.
Oh shit! Who you worship now?
Now I worship Balloon. He's a really colorful guy. I don't know what his deal is. He's all colorful. He gave me flowers as a hammer. I don't really understand that. You'd think he'd give me a balloon hammer or something.
That's a really bizarre name. Balloon. I've never heard of that god. Well, like Callie, some of Fickle Faith, it seems to be doing well enough for you as you've been succeeding in your adventures. And I hope.
No thanks to them.
Well, that's fair. I'm hoping that Balloon is your. I hope this is maybe the one, right? I mean, that's your goal, right? You're finding the one god that you want.
Hopefully.
Yeah, well, good luck, like Callie. And good luck on tonight's adventure.
Thanks, P. Jeremy. I'll just call you both that.
Our second character this
Pete. Sorry, that's so much better.
God damn it. I'll just go with Jeremy. I like that one better. So our second character this evening is, I believe it's Zewxip, or Zewxip? I'm not positive. Maddie, are you still having audio issues? All right, I'm going to take that to mean yes. Maddie's having some very bizarre Discord difficulties. No idea what's going wrong. Hopefully that gets sorted out sooner or later. But that's fine for now. So we'll come back to Zewxip eventually. But for now, we'll move on to Lillili of the Trash Kingdom. Our favorite
y'all.
Elf Trash Druid. And Lillili, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I can't complain. So Lillili, for those who may not be familiar with you, what has brought you to adventure in the Lands of DnDTime and become an adventurer under Bartholomew's employ?
Well, I just kind of wanted to get out and see the world and find out where all this lovely trash is coming from.
Yeah, the world makes a lot of trash. So what do you think of the rest of the world from what you've seen so far, Lillili?
Well, I mean, it's all right. It's not so bad so far.
Mm-hmm. I mean, anywhere in particular you found you really like, or?
Well, nowhere beats home.
I suppose nothing does beat the heaping piles of trash that is the DnDTime dump. Well, Lillili, I hope you have a fantastic adventure today. Actually, you're helping out some dwarves up in the northern parts of the land of DnDTime as they search for one of their lost cities. So, I wish you the best, and hopefully you find some cool places and cool things there.
I look forward to it. Thanks.
And last but certain, and of course, welcome back, Lillili. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to introduce Sasha. Sasha, our Aasimar, our Scourge Aasimar, Warlock. I'm sorry, Paladin. Warlock or Paladin, Sasha?
Look, I'm just the true paladin and no one knows it yet.
And you know what? I know that feeling. Sometimes everyone else thinks they're the paladin. They just don't realize that you're the real paladin. Does that
Look,
make any sense?
eventually I'll get my smite. I have lay on hands, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I've got you. I understand. So, Sasha, this is your first time adventuring with us here in the land of DnDTime. So, what has brought you to this bountiful and wonderful land, and to work for such a stingy wizard as Bartholomew, of all things?
Well, when your Lord and Savior Terror is, speaking to you through your blade and telling you to go to a place, you don't question it.
So you serve a deity.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, who is this tier for anyone who may not be quite familiar?
All you need to know is God of Justice, good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
something about being maimed, don't worry about it. It's just to scare off new people.
Well, you don't want too many new people flooding the temple, of course. So that's understandable. Well, Sasha, welcome to the Adventuring Company. I hope you have a great first adventure, and I hope things go really well to you. Well for you this evening. Now, before we start off, I am going to update the stream overlay, just because right now we are down one.
Balloon
Okay.
better pick up the slack.
I mean, hopefully he does. So our adventure begins this evening. You all are the first to head to the Silvered Peaks. There are a series of mountains all along the kind of northwest of the land of DnDTime, and they're known to be inhabited by a clan of dwarves known as the Silver Dwarves. They've lived there for as long as anyone in the land of DnDTime can remember. And you have been hired specifically as adventurers by the king of the Silver Dwarves, Cragjaw Silverbeard, who wants you to lead an expedition down to investigate one of the fallen dwarven cities. And so, our adventure begins. You have made your way up to the Silver Peaks. It has been no real issue. You have entered into the dwarven city of Ag, the kind of capital of dwarven civilization. It is a massive, empty, well, not empty, but open cavern. There are magnificent stone structures everywhere. A massive stone monolith kind of stands in the center of the city, plated in silver. And the entire ceiling of this cavern is also plated in silver and gleams with light, reflecting all throughout the city. However, that's not what you're here for. You meet up with a group of dwarves. They seem to be kind of soldiers. You're standing right now in the middle of the city square. You see King Cragjaw Silverbeard, a disgruntled kind of old dwarf with a slack jaw, but he wears a little silver crown and a red cape, and he greets you all, and he says, "Right, hello there. You must be Bartholomew's adventurers that I hired."
Like, yeah, where can I get a crown like that?
It's mine.
You just don't ask a person to have their crown.
I mean, I don't need like
rude.
that one. I just want like one like that, or like a necklace or something. I have this onyx one, but like I don't need it anymore.
Just talk to a smith. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, sometimes you can find some floating around the trash kingdom that just need a little bit of shining.
Well, I mean, they sell like what do you call them? Replicas all over the place. I mean, like gift shops and stuff. I'm a pretty popular king.
Oh, like cool. Then
right?
Why are we here instead of there?
He gestures to the guards, and the guards are like, "Yeah, he's great," but they don't really seem to care too much. Maddie, are you back now?
Test.
Hey, Maddie has returned. Your volume's a little high, but you're in.
Like, you were really quiet there.
Oh, you know, we don't have too much to say as Floran.
So Maddie, for those unfamiliar with your character, which I think is most people right now, you have just joined up with the party a little late. They seem to be talking to the king of some of the silvered dwarves, who has an adventure for you all. But who is your character as they kind of approach the last of Bartholomew's heroes to arrive?
Oh, my name is Zewxip. I am a bit of a wanderer, a seed floating on the winds and waves.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Well,
like a flower.
Yeah, you are in fact a flower person.
Oh, my dear, I'm not like a flower. I very much am a flower.
Like, I'm using you like a weapon. Look.
Zewxip, as you look over, it appears that, like Callie, this silver dragonborn is in fact wielding a flower-covered hammer.
Ah, you serve a dragon as well.
Like a dragon? I serve like balloon. Like now at least.
The king kind of butts in. Well, anyway, we need to kind of get going. I can probably brief you a little bit. Actually, I don't want to talk to you guys.
Listen up, we're
Claude.
like bonding. What do you need?
Well, I was gonna
How are we going to help if you don't tell us what's wrong?
have my Lieutenant Claude brief you.
You know what? Are you gonna like tell us? You just keep on like sitting
Oh
there
my
stuttering.
God, why do you all there? He kind of grumbles to himself and kind of storms off. He climbs on top of a palanquin that's going to be carried with him on it. And there, you see all around you, there's all sorts of various equipment. There are carts, there's big wooden beams. It looks like they're preparing for a major expedition somewhere. And as you all kind of make your way and the caravan begins to head off down one of the many tunnels within this mountain, one of the guards, seemingly the guard captain of this king, walks over to talk to you, and he introduces himself as Claude Silverton. He is the captain of the City Watch here in Ag, and he tells you that you are headed to what is known to the Silver Dwarves as the Caverns of Ku. It used to be the site of an ancient dwarven city by the name of Ku, the City of Copper. But the dwarves, in all of their kind of hubris, dug too much and too deep beneath it, and the whole city collapsed, falling into this seemingly endless chasm. However, due to some sort of object that the king has not really talked to him a lot about, you guys need to go here. So he tells you that they're wanting to explore down the cavern.
Like your name is Claude?
Yeah, my name is Claude Silverton.
Like I think I worshipped you. You like suck.
Wow, kind of a dick move.
No, that's not too polite.
I'm just a guard. Actually, I'm the captain of the guard. How dare you talk to me like that? He kind of scrunches up his face.
Like if you were so useful, you would be able to do this without calling us.
Well, anyhow, basically the object, it's an ancient relic from the city of Ku. We call it the clock, but recently it's been ticking more and more erratically. Some of our artificers have found it to be apparently unstable. Could explode at any moment. We're worried that, well, we know that there was a similar one in each city. So we're a little concerned about the one in the city of Ku being so far beneath the mountains. Worried what it could do to the whole area.
Don't worry, Kyle is a really good fixer. He can fix nearly anything.
Kyle? The dwarf looks at you confused.
Don't worry about it. So where do we need to go?
Well, and after you've been having these conversations as you walked along. You've come to this large open chasm where the dwarves have begun to set up their encampments, and they've set up this big like pulley system. And Claude looks to you all, and he says, our plan was to kind of strap you in here and have you go down. And behind you, we'll lower down the rest of the encampment and some wagons of supplies. We have some ropes and some winches, and hopefully they'll keep you safe going down.
Would kind of turn to the other groups of the other members of the party. So who's scared of heights?
Oh, I hope none of you.
Did
are.
you say hopefully?
I mean, are you asking me or him?
In character.
Oh, okay. Well, I think well, the key is you all need to just go down, make sure the path is clear for the wagons and everything, and it should be fine. No, I know we have ropes and things to hold on to. That shouldn't be much of an issue, though. Might be difficult to move around too much if anything fights you or attacks you.
How about, like,
So-
I hold the ropes and you go, Mr. Captain?
No, that's what we're paying you for, so I don't have to go. Actually. I'm going to be going with the cart.
See, like I said, Claude, useless.
I don't see.
Well,
Look,
I mean, I'm
look.
sure he's got his own important jobs to do.
Precisely. I'm going to be managing things up here. I'm going to make sure all the winches and everything stay defended. How would you feel if you were halfway down and they just gave out?
I mean, I can tell people what to do. That's like my thing.
He rolls his eyes and then says, "All right. Well, anyway, we've just about got the winches set up. If you all want to strap yourselves in, and you can see that there are a few dwarves that have these leather kind of jackets with chains hanging off the back. They're tiny, they're fairly thin chains, but they look a little more durable than rope would be. And they're attached to this huge winch, which is beginning to the dwarves are kind of turning it a little bit, making sure it's all working correctly. And do you guys all suit up and get ready to go down?
Will it
Yep.
properly handle our size?
Yeah, you think they're dwarves, so like they're fairly resourceful. They can refit some things because I know some of the characters. So Sasha, you're a fairly normal-sized character, right? Being an Aasimar, right? You're kind of human-sized.
A little bit taller, lower 6
Mhm.
foot.
So they have to open it up a little bit more to be a little flexible to you, and then they have to bring it way, way in for you, Zewxip. Is it Zewxip or Zewxip?
Oh, depending on where I sail, it's pronounced different ways. Whatever's most comfortable for your own tongue.
So Zewxip, because I'm going to pronounce it multiple different ways throughout the night, just to show how well traveled I am. Zewxip, they got to bring it way, way in for you, but they're able to strap it onto you pretty well. Like
That's
Callie,
fine. And I would like to note that clods are my favorite unit measure of dirt.
Thanks. I'm a dwarf. I'm not dirt. I know it's kind of everything must look the same to you weird plant people, but
Oh, well, we're all dirt eventually, I suppose, but there's nothing like having a nice clod under your feet.
Like, I can get behind that plan.
fair enough, I guess. Thankfully, I'm going to be the one standing on clods, and you guys are going to be the ones dangling off of ropes or chains. Sorry. It's how it is.
You know, one of my past bodies was made into a rope. Very durable.
Really? You have it?
Why, yes, it's tied to the side of my backpack.
If you want, we could swap out the chain for the rope. If you prefer.
No, I would like to rely on myself in a pinch. I trust your chains, but I need to make sure that I'm wielding my own remains responsibly.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll let you know. These chains are made of the purest dwarven silver. They're kind of difficult to break.
Hey,
Sasha-
like Callie, these chains match you.
Like, I better get a necklace out of this.
So, you guys are all able to, you guys and gals, y'all are able to get yourselves ready and begin the expedition down. With a loud, the crank begins to turn and the chains begin to rattle, and the sounds of the camp disappear as you begin to go down and down into the unknown depth.
So, like, Lillili, how you been doing since we, like, had to avoid getting clean?
Oh, I've I've been all right. How have you been doing, girl?
I just have not been having the luck with the gods. Like,
So-
how far down is this?
So as you all make kind of small talk and banter, you're slowly lowered down and down. Do any of you try and like climb onto the wall and help to like position yourselves a little bit, or do you just let yourselves dangle straight down?
Sasha just lets her body get carried.
Excellent. So Sasha, does Sasha have wings?
She does not currently.
Okay. It's not like vestigial wings, it's just nothing right now. Okay, cool. So Sasha, you're just like enjoying the free hanging sensation. And yeah, the rest of you are kind of also making your way.
She might have a little crap in her pants, but she got over.
She got over. Yeah, exactly. You know, you get over the height eventually.
It's like getting really dark down here.
Yeah, it's starting to get really dark as after just a few minutes, it's pitch black.
Can, like, someone fix this?
But just like take out a small pebble, just cast light on it, and then just hold it.
Like,
Okay.
there we go.
Oh, thank you. That
Thank
is
you.
so much better. And I'm going to, as we're descending and things are getting dangerous, I'm going to reach into my pack and pull out a bunny folk foot out of one of the pockets.
Excellent. So you take out the foot of what was once a bunny folk, and kind of, I assume, a lucky charm.
Indeed.
You kind of feel the fur. It is warm. It is comforting. Maybe reminding you of a better time or of an old friend.
I'm just glad I, like, didn't need to use, like, Lillili as, like, a guide elf.
So as you continue to dangle down, you get to a point where the cliffs begin to get further apart. You can see 20 feet or 40 feet in every direction with the light spell upon the stone. However, you start to see the walls getting further than 40 feet away. You want to just continue to dangle down through the center? Or-
Sasha does a really horrible idea. She
Okay.
attempts to throw the pebble across and try and see how far it's gone.
Oh, it hasn't gone too far. It's only gone like 5 feet further. You throw the pebble, it pa-ting,
What?
pa-tings off the wall, and then,
Like, how deep is it?
well, you're watching this pebble just fall, and it's out of sight.
Well,
After
like,
just a
that's
few
not
seconds.
reassuring.
No, it's very far down.
As the light spell on it, do we like lose track of it?
Yeah, it falls so far that you just see this tiny little speck of light, and then nothing. As it just disappears from sight.
Wow, this really is a long way down.
Oh, and now you're in pitch darkness again. But I assume you'll just light something else up, Sasha.
She would kind of pat herself. Sorry, I don't have a rock. Does anyone have an item that they want
Like,
to shine?
use my shield. It'll be like a flashlight.
Sure.
All right. With
What-
a
Reach
a
out.
flash. Yep. The shield lights, and once again, you can see the walls are pretty far off. Do y'all want to try and scoot over and climb down, or are you just going to let yourself continue to kind of be lowered?
Like, free falling.
Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. So you continue to free fall down, and you kind of, not free fall, but be lowered, right? And after maybe
Controlled free fall.
it's a descent. After maybe like half an hour of this, you've been going down for a while.
Sasha, after a while, would start to talk about Tyr.
Like, how long is this gonna take?
So Sasha, you begin to talk about Tyr, and are you just evangelizing about how Tyr is a great god, or is it more of stories of some kind?
Just going on about it's not what about your god can do for you, but what you can do for God.
Excellent. And it's as you're kind of going on about this, and I imagine Zewxip, you're joining in with the conversation.
Yes,
At
why
this
serve a
time-
god when you can serve a dragon?
Like,
And-
yeah, serve me.
Yeah, and Callie, you're just like, I serve everybody. After after a few moments, you hear below you a sudden, like something very, very large suddenly has moved across the cavern beneath you, just out of sight. But you can hear it.
Did y'all hear that, or was that just me?
Like, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to, like, not beat my head against my shield.
I don't have any more pebbles.
This is, like, so boring.
You hear it again. Another whoosh.
Okay, like, maybe I heard that one.
And you're continuing to be lowered toward this thing.
Like, can we, like, shake the chain? Like, guys!
You want to try and signal the dwarves to stop lowering you?
Like, pretty much.
Alright, you can roll a, let's go a sleight of hand check, because it's kind of, or... Yeah, because, I don't know, I think you gotta finagle things correctly. I'll give you, like, a sleight of hand, or maybe, if
like,
you have
guys!
something else to suggest. Oh, yeah, so you yank on your chain a couple times. There's no way the dwarves can hear you by now. And you continue to be lowered down. You hear again below you, and as you look down, it's a gargantuan boulder. It's like 50, or probably about 10 feet in diameter, just whoosh, going across the cavern beneath you.
Like, I knew Claude was useless.
And after about a moment, boom, the chains stop being descended, the dwarves seemingly having got your pull.
Like, Claude maybe not be useless.
What do you all do? You're right now dangling in this cavern. You see the boulder fly back across from the other side now.
I would like to use Gust several times if necessary to try and push myself over to the side of the pit so I can at least get a root hold.
Yeah, awesome. So you use Gust to kind of sway your chain, and yeah, you're easily able to move yourself over. You see the walls are about 40 feet from 50 feet, actually, from where... No, they're probably only about 40 feet, so just barely within the light of the light spell. And yeah, you pull yourself over to the side, and you see below you, Zewxip, now that you're there. Oh, actually, you don't have light, do you? Or dark vision. So
Like, I could aim my shield down.
I have Fire Blast, so I might be able to light up something for a second.
Sure, you shoot a firebolt down. You see the boulder regularly going back and forth.
How odd.
Is there a safe location of sort?
Well, you see that Zewxip has kind of swung themselves over to one of the walls and is using their root-like feet to kind of embed themselves onto it. So if you wanted to swing over, you could all probably hold on to Zewxip and hang onto the wall.
Is the boulder like disappearing into the wall, or is it just like flying back and?
You're not hearing it hit anything. Actually, if you want, you could roll a perception check just to see what else you might notice, Lillili.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So, as Sasha is kind of making their way over to the side where Zewxip has kind of embedded themselves, Lillili, you're watching and listening, and you're not hearing this boulder hit anything. It's like a perfectly spherical boulder, which is really weird when it does pass under the light. But yeah, where it seems to be disappearing to on either side of this cavern or of this crevasse, it's not clear because it's not in the light right now. Oh wait, you have dark vision, don't you?
Like,
You're
yeah.
an elf, right?
That's strange.
So yeah, no, Lillili, actually, with your dark vision, you can see that there's some sort of figure, some large figure on either side of this crevasse, and they're throwing the boulder back and forth to each other.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't see
so
them well.
she's gonna shout down, "Hello there! You fellas tossing the boulder?"
There's a sudden silence as you hear the boulder. It's like mid throw as you yell that, and the figure like looks up. They hadn't even noticed you as the boulder's flying toward them, and they catch it, but with a this time around. when they look up towards you. Oh! Hey! Jan! Yeah? The other figure answers. Hallucinations are here! Hi, hallucinations!
Well, we're not exactly hallucinations, but we're just wondering if we might be able to get past y'all.
And yeah, as you guys have made your way over to one of the rock sides here, except for you, like Callie, you're still hanging from the middle, right?
Like, yeah, I'm kind of stuck.
Lillili is still hanging from the middle as well.
Yeah, Lillili too. Well, Sasha, your light now shines down onto one of these figures, and you see a really bizarre thing. It stands almost 20 feet high, very gray, mottled skin, but the skin appears smooth and flat, elongated head and lanky body. You see a stone giant is wearing just kind of a simple, like loincloth, and he's wearing a hat, like a baseball hat. Or, as you would know in Land of DnDTime, a ball game hat. His ball game is the national sport of the Land of DnDTime.
Being rather new here,
Yeah.
she just assumes that it's just an animated statue.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very bizarre creature. And it's looking at you, like, confused up at all of you. It's like, oh,
Sasha would reflect the confused look and looking at them. Surely you're hallucinations because you're just so largely and absurd you can't exist.
ha, no, you come from the land of dreams. You're fake.
Like, I know I'm your dream.
They begin to just throw the boulder back to each other.
Look, but if
Silly hallucinations.
I'm your dream, what if you're my dream as well?
You can roll. What are you trying to accomplish?
Trying to get any sort of just messing with them, really.
Okay, yeah, you're just messing with them. But it's weird. They seem to just be convinced that you're fake. Which is weird because you're right there. They can see you.
Sasha was trying to double check, like, how sure
Yeah.
they were. How sure they
They're
were.
positive. They are positive that you're fake. You think at least. What do you guys all do?
Well, if we are just simply figments of your imagination, then perhaps we can continue to pass by and we'll leave you to your game.
Why should we stop
Listen.
our game for things that are fake?
If we can prove to y'all that we're real, will you let us slide on past?
But you're fake.
But I can prove to you that we're real.
They heft the boulder back and forth. This is a huge boulder.
Is there
How
a
could
way?
you prove that you are real?
How
Is
about
there-
I give you something? If you can touch it, then that means we're real.
Or what were you saying, Sasha?
I wanted to know if there's a way to get over closer to them.
Yeah, easy. You could just continue. You'd have to pull on the chain for the dwarves to let you go again. Because right now you're kind of stuck about 10 feet above their head level because of the chains that were descending you. So that's an option. If you want to pull for the dwarves to start lowering you again, you could.
Would it
Or you
be
could
in the
detach
way
yourself
of
from
the
the
ball?
chain. It could be if they lower you too far.
Like, Lillili, can't you just, like, make some water and, like, dump it on their head?
Well,
See,
that's not
Lillili.
something I'm really good at, but I mean, like I said, maybe we can just try giving them something and they can see that it's real.
I mean, we've been hanging here for so long, I can dump some water on their head, but, like, they won't like that.
Sasha will
yeah,
take
let's
out
not do
her
that.
rope and
Okay.
start to tie it to the chains around her.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna extend your little chain.
Yeah, so she can slide down the rope and get down safely without risking the.
Yeah, it looks like there are big tunnels on either side of the crevasse that these giants are standing in. Lily, what did you want to try and do? So, like, the giants are definitely paying attention to you.
I just want to
you
try giving them something so they can like feel something tangible and be like, oh yeah, these people are real.
What could you possibly have that we would want?
Well, you don't have to keep it. It's just to show you that we're not fake.
But you are fake.
She
You're
pulls out
hallucinations.
like a shiny crinkled up can, just like a piece of garbage.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, here, you're good at catching. And she'll like gently toss it towards the one that doesn't currently have the boulder.
Yeah, that giant will catch it, kind of just instinctively, and then the boulder gets thrown across to him, and he already has something in his hands, and he gets hit by the boulder.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. Are you okay?
All right, he takes 25 points of bludgeoning damage. He's like, ah!
Oh no!
Oh, that was a good throw, Jan. And the other giant laughs. And they begin to throw the boulder back and forth.
Sasha takes the time when he was kind of busy with that to actually undo her chains and then slide down the rope that's tied to the chain.
Yeah, Sasha, you can get down to the level where one of the giants is if you want. The other giant, we'll just say the other giant who's now held the can that you threw, Lillili, like, this is a very strange hallucination. I've never seen one like this before. So it's kind of looking down at the can before just kind of tossing it behind him and returning to throwing the boulder.
Oh
Would
man, I liked that
kind
can.
of would
It's
kind
still
of
there,
make her
so-
way behind the kind of hurt one, and then without even asking or saying anything, just touching him using healing hand.
Okay, you're just gonna poke him. Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna heal him.
Gonna heal him. one hit.
Okay. You heal for 1 hit point. That's a very strange hallucination. Gonna look.
I'll be climbing down the wall towards my nearest giant.
Oh yeah, you can climb right down Zewxip next to where Sasha is, if you want.
Like, how can we convince you we're like not hallucinations?
You can't because you're fake. Only the real stuff is down here.
And
Well,
what?
From up there.
How do we get to the real stuff?
You're in the real stuff now, hallucination.
I'm talking about like other stuff. You
Well-
surely both can't be the only ones down here.
What kind of
No!
stuff is real and what makes us fake? That's what I want to know.
You are from up there. That's why you're fake. We imagined you, obviously. And Jan's like, obviously.
Well, like, if you imagined us, that means, like, you must have wanted us. So, like, let's all go down together.
Where are you going?
Down to the real stuff.
Roll persuasion check.
Like, if we get down to, like, the real stuff, we could, like, become real.
I don't think that's how it works, fake things. But the other giant's like, are you sure? That kind of sounds like it might work. No, Jan, it would never work like that.
But, like, look at me. Do you, like, not want me to be real?
Kind of looks up at you. Not really, you're very small.
But, like, I'm silver.
So?
I want to be a real giant. Please help me.
What, are you trying to get the pity of the stone giants?
No, she just wants to know, like, information from him, really.
Well, one of the giants looks to you, Jan specifically, says, "Ha! Well, you would need to be made of stone first. Then you could be real. We could make you real with but a touch."
Sasha just awkwardly walks away.
They commence throwing their stone again. Zewxip, you're down there if you want to do anything.
Would one of you kindly pick me up? I've never been held by a giant before.
Okay, hallucination. Jan picks you up in one hand, keeps throwing the boulder with the other hand.
Oh, how strong and real you are.
Yes, I'm very real. You're very light. That must be why you're fake. Or because you're fake. Anything you want to do, Zewxip, now that he's picked you up?
Oh, my dear, yes, I believe we're fake, but that means that we're harmless and should be able to continue to pass by. Would you please, for a friend, let us pass?
Oh, sure. You can go past. Just don't get in the way of our ball. They continue to throw the boulder back and forth.
I'm afraid the ball is what is going to be hitting our chains and preventing us from continuing to go down.
Well, the chains must not be real.
Oh, but they're made of metal. They should be.
Metal? Let me see these chains. The chains are currently 10 feet still up.
Lillili's just gonna tug on her chain to get them to lower her down a bit further.
Okay. Yeah, it begins to lower down, and the giant seems intrigued by your metal thing. Lillili, you and like Callie lower down to right about the level the boulder was swinging across.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Now,
But they seem to have stopped the boulder. Go ahead, Lillili.
she's gonna like reach out her hand towards one of them. She's like, "Go on, pull me closer and try out the chain."
Okay, hallucination, if you want. He reaches out and pulls you closer. Oh, these are fine metal chains. These are real. No, Jan, they cannot be real. But they are. But they came from up there. Maybe they started down here. Did you all start down here?
Well, no, but we want to go down there, and then we'll go back up when we're done.
Like, are we still going down?
The chains are continuing to lower, actually, but so you're still going down like Callie, but Lillili is held in one of the giant's hands, and your other two companions are like on a ledge, so you're just slowly being lowered past all this.
Like, guys?
The giants look at each other and confer. Can you roll me a persuasion check like Callie? And I think Zewxip is definitely giving you advantage because you're all pushing the same argument of you guys are actually real. So you can go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage. Okay.
Like, guys?
So the 13, the giant, Jan, the giant who was hurt and then you healed a little bit, looks toward you, Sasha, and says, "This one healed me.
You're welcome.
Maybe they are real. All right, real things. Surely you must be lost if you came from up there, but welcome back to down here. Well, I guess we'll go play at the other canyon." And they begin to leave down their respective tunnels. One of them taking his big boulder with him. Oh, but then they stop. He takes off his hat, his gigantic hat. Says, "Here you go, for you." And he puts the big hat on top of you, Lillili. You're currently under a giant baseball cap.
Oh, thanks, sweetie. That's nice of you.
Like, guys, it's getting dark down here.
You hear them stomping away, and yeah, like Callie, you're in darkness. You see this little speck of light up where Sasha's standing with their glowing shield. Oh, wait, no, your shield's the one that's glowing, right?
Yeah, but
So
like,
everyone else is going into darkness up there.
Hey, I have dark vision.
Okay.
So Sasha would work on finding her way back down the chains.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to like just. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Lillili's gonna head down too. With her giant baseball cap.
So yeah, you guys are able to all kind of climb your way down and slide or kind of hop off the side and swing back toward the middle.
can like that baseball cap be used as like a parachute?
Maybe. It's big. It's maybe 4 feet in diameter. This giant's got a real big head. Oh, actually, they have thin, weird heads, so it's probably only like 2 feet in diameter, 2.5 feet. But that's still a pretty big hat. So yeah, you got this giant hat. And you continue to go down into the darkness.
So, like, guys, are we real?
I mean, we
It
just
depends.
convinced them we are, so I think so.
Like, I'm
What
not
if-
sure anymore.
What if we're not real?
Like, that's what I was thinking too.
It's up to us to make ourselves relevant in the world.
Like, I don't care about relevant, I care about being real.
Oh, hey, I like this plant guy. So, I wonder what else is down here.
Yeah, and you continue to just continue to get lowered down slowly but surely. But the dwarves above, they seem to have picked up the pace a little bit of lowering you. So you're going maybe like 20 feet per 6 seconds, just about. So pretty quick rate of descent, but it's at least stable. And you begin to see below you. Actually, what are all of your passive perceptions?
13.
Like, 14.
Actually, I think, forget passive. I think all of you can roll, because you don't really have much else to do but look around while you're going down. So everyone can give me a perception check, I think.
Like, I'm gonna throw a guidance on people.
Okay.
Hey.
So, Lillili, with a 14 plus the guidance from Light Callie, I think you notice, because of your dark vision specifically, barely visible below you, maybe about 60 feet down. So, you're about 15 seconds away from getting to it. There's a strange glistening that covers the entirety of the cavern below you, or not the cavern, the hole below you. At this point, the chasm is only about 30 feet in diameter. It's shrunken down quite a bit since you went into the giants. And yeah, there's just a weird glistening, almost distributed like a spider's web across the entirety of the chasm. What do you do?
Just gonna pull on the chain so they stop moving.
All right, roll me a sleight of hand or athletics check. I'll give it either, as you try and get the attention of the dwarves quickly. Awesome. With that, I think you do it. You skid to a halt, all of you, about maybe 5 or 10 feet from what is the spidery web all over the chasm below you, or chasm right in front of you.
Like, what's the big deal? Oh my god.
And you all see it. It's a very thin web.
Yeah, I don't think you want any of that getting in your hair.
Sasha takes out her dagger, casts light on it. Anyone object to this?
Like, I think that would attract whatever made that.
As you cast light, I need all of you to roll for initiative as you hear a horrible hissing sound coming from the darkness around you.
Like, balloon isn't really helping here.
Alrighty. So, first we have Sasha. You hear this horrible hissing sound coming from the darkness around, and in the dim light of your dagger, you can see all along the edges are bunches of these horrifying small creatures. They stand almost 4 feet tall. They have horrible furry, like spider fur all over them, but they're humanoid looking, and they have 4 arms with bunches of little daggers in them. And they have like a weird spider mouth on their very humanoid face. They're
Daggers
absolutely
implanted
terrifying.
in them?
No, they have 4 arms, and each of them wields a dagger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see maybe 8 of them. There are a
Seeing
bunch of
this
them.
horrible sight, she does what any logical sane person would. Eldritch Blast the closest one.
Okay, right now, keep in mind, you're about 5 feet up from the web. So they could just run, assuming they can move on the web, they could just run over and attack.
She doesn't have anything for the web, so...
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and make your attack then, as you attack one of these horrifying Katines. I think they're called.
Rick, forgot to set this up.
That's all good. If you want, you could just roll a d20. We can roll with that. 23. Yeah, you'll absolutely hit with that. Go ahead and give me your damage as you shoot forth a blast of Eldritch energy at one of these spider monsters. For 4 points, that does not quite kill it. Well, actually, no. No, yeah. You blast it with Eldritch energy, yet it still remains. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
She is currently being distracted with everything going on. But she would drop her... she would try and drop her dagger onto the web that has, like, casted on it.
Yep. So the dagger is stuck onto the web, the light illuminating everything for everybody. Is there anything you'd like to do? Or is that the end of your move? Sorry. You could try and use your movement to climb back up if you wanted.
She's currently strapped in, so...
Okay, sure. We move to the next in the initiative order, which is Zewxip. What would you like to do, Zewxip?
I'm going to position myself so that I can, well, I want to be casting Burning Hands. I'm going to try and catch some of these spiders in it, but primarily I would like to target as much as the web as possible. But
Okay, so the spiders are currently, they're on the walls, like hanging on the walls around you. The web is directly below you. It's 50.
In that case, if there's not an angle shot, I'd like to get the web out of the way so we can continue.
Yeah, I think you could nail like a chunk of the web, and also hit probably 3 of these spider creatures if you wanted. I assume you'd be aiming for the one that Sasha just shot, just to give it the best chance of dying.
Yes.
Alrighty. Alrighty, 6 points. Oh, I gotta roll the saves for that, huh? Alright, 3 saves, 2 successes, 1 failure. So the first one succeeded. However, that was the one that Sasha also hit. Actually, it's still alive. It's still not dead even after that. Alrighty, the fire races over the web, and you see about a quarter of the web instantly burn up. The dagger doesn't fall, but it gets kind of scarily close to falling off. And yeah, you have severely burned 3 of the spider creatures. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
Delightful. We move to Lillili. What would you like to do, Lillili?
So seeing that the fires seem to do something.
Yeah, they hiss at all the lights.
Yeah, so give me a second. Sorry, I'm just trying to change the tactic I was gonna use, so bear with me.
Oh, good.
Alright, so she is going to therefore use produce flame.
Awesome. What are you attacking? One of the spiders or the web?
The web.
Awesome. So go ahead and just roll me your damage. You actually do not need to roll to hit the web. That being said, a good roll to hit. 2 points of fire damage. Alrighty. You see another chunk of the web burn away. Not quite as large as with the burning hands, but it's going to make it difficult for the spiders on that side to get around to you. As you've burned up what is approximately a quarter of the web now between the 2 of you. And actually, at this point, I'm going to roll to see if the dagger falls. The dagger remains suspended in what's left of the web. Alrighty. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Lillili?
No, I think that's about it. The goal really here, I think, is to just be able to move past.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you stay there. We move to the foe's turn, and you can see the spiders hiss, and they seem apprehensive to run toward the light, but they do so, trying to get toward you. You can see that now about 4 of them have a lot of difficulty getting to you because the web before them has burned away. The other 5 are able to get toward you without much difficulty. So there is a absolute flurry of attacks coming out toward you all. So let's start. I said there were 4 that were able to get to you. That means each of you are taking a bunch of attacks at you. They have disadvantage as they hiss as a light shines in their eyes. So first we're going after Like Callie. Like Callie, you got 3 attacks coming at you. We got a crit fail. A 13, will that hit you?
Like, no.
And a 20.
Like, ow.
You get 3 points of damage as one of their daggers catches you between the scales for just a little bit. Their daggers are tiny. Another 3 attacks coming at you, Lillili. That's a 16. Will that hit you?
Just.
So you go to like dodge out of the way or knock the dagger aside, but it catches you right on the arm and like cuts right down for 6 points of damage. Another one rolls a, and then a 9. So the other 2 miss you. We have 3 coming at you, Zewxip. A 16, a 6, and a 14. Will any of those connect with you? Zewxip?
The 19 hit.
Oh, it's a 16. They have disadvantage because of all the light.
Oh,
16.
I'm sorry, the 16 still hits.
Okay, cool. So they're going to get you for 5 points of piercing damage. One of them catches you right up under the frond. Do you have fronds?
Yeah, kind of leafy appendages. I'll actually be putting some art up here, hopefully this coming...
Oh, awesome. That's rad. I'm excited to see it. And Sasha, you have 3 coming at you. A 10, a 5, and a 14.
14 hits.
All right. 4 points of damage. One of them catches you right on the arm as it kind of rakes down. You
She
feel blood
would
flow fresh.
react with Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I will note that only the uninjured ones were really able to get to you. But go ahead and Hellish Rebuke him. He's got to roll dexterity saving throw, which he gets a 4, and that will just kill it.
Ooh.
10 points is the magic number as the fire, I imagine it pulls out from your blood almost, burning and scalding this creature away. Or
Yeah, it just like slices up my arm. The
radical.
blood just turns into flame.
Hot damn, yeah, this creature hisses and falls back a burnt husk onto the web beneath. Callie, or like Callie, it's your turn.
So kind of like get them in a cone.
How big is your cone?
Like 15 feet?
Well, you could hit the 3 that are already injured but far away, or you could hit the 3 that are close now, that are uninjured.
Like, let's just murder the faraway ones.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
Hey, any damage is good damage. All right, you release a bout of cold flame, or is it cold flame, or is it just cold wind, or what is Callie's dragon breath?
It's like spitting out a bunch of ice.
Just chunks of ice. What?
It's like
Excellent.
hail, but painful.
Beautiful. All right, it was very painful. 5 damage.
Crushed or cubed?
Oh, yeah, what are we going? Crushed or cubed?
Like,
Spherical.
spiked.
Oh, shit. It's worse. All right. Oh, wait, it should only be 3, so that's 3 failures. Yep. It's 5 points of damage on all of them. That finishes all 3.
And then
As-
just gonna go like, hey, Lillili, like, here you
Ah, your healing word. Lillili, you
now
feel...
fucking kill them.
I mean, well, I was gonna try to find a peaceful solution, but thank you.
Lillili, would you like to use your reaction to make an attack as like Callie commands you to murder them?
Yeah, but I'm just gonna use produce flame again, and I'm just gonna aim
Awesome.
for the web maybe somewhere near the wall, just to try to disconnect it further so we could get past.
Yeah, awesome. Go ahead.
Oh, wrong
Awesome.
one again.
Oh, that's all fine. Go ahead and roll that damage. Oh man, not the best damage roll.
Hold on, I think I might be forgetting to add. Shoot, does it? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I have this set up right. Bear with me for a moment.
Okay, it's all good. Just let me know when.
Yeah.
Whenever
Does
you figure it out.
Does my wisdom modifier?
No,
No, it's just a straight 1d8. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Never
Like,
mind.
you
a little bit of
missed.
damage. No, you hit the wall. You hit the part of the web by the wall. It kind of burns up a little bit.
They're like right in front of us. You
Well,
missed.
sorry, I was aiming for the web. I had a better plan. It didn't work.
The dagger dangles but does not fall. And we move to the top of the initiative with Sasha. What would you like to do, Sasha? There are still 3, or actually there are 4 spider monsters now kind of upon you. One of which is coming around.
In melee range?
There is one in melee range, the one that just stabbed you. Oh wait, no. There are none in melee range, but you can like kind of swing over to an ally and get to a melee range easy enough.
Okay, I was just wanting to double check. She will go ahead and take out her mace
Okay.
with one hand and then try and blast one of the creatures with a Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
That she has a clean line of sight to. That's around her allies.
Yep. Go ahead and make an attack. 12 will not connect, unfortunately. The Eldritch Blast strikes, but they have this weird kind of chitinous hide, which is it's unsettling. You thought they had flesh and skin, but they have weird exoskeleton thing going on that you didn't notice originally.
Ew, it's a bug.
Yeah, it's a bug monster. Anything else you'd like to do?
Sasha would attempt to crawl up along the wall.
Okay, so you're going to swing over toward the wall. Sure. Can you roll me? I actually have mechanics for this. Can you roll me a athletics or acrobatics check to try and grab onto the wall in combat? As you swing over to it, yeah, no problem. You're able to grab onto the wall. I don't think you can quite climb up this turn, but you're stable. You're attached to the wall. You're safe there, at the very least.
Okay, cool.
Zewxip, what would you like to do?
I'd like to use my second burning hands in order to catch as much more of the web on fire in my 15-foot cone as possible.
Sure. Go ahead and make another roll. You're probably only going to catch one of the spiders in this if you want to hit the most web. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. That spider is going to succeed on its dexterity saving throw. It's going to take half damage. But 9 damage to the web. Another huge chunk of the web burns away. You've burned away more than half of it at this point. Let's see if the dagger... The dagger tumbles down into darkness below. However, maybe the spiders do too. Let me see. I have to roll 4 dexterity savings. Oh, no, 2 dexterity savings throws, because 2 of them were on that part of the web. Okay. One of the spiders tumbles down into the darkness below.
Like,
However-
guys, it's dark here.
Yeah, however, you're all in darkness, and now there are 3 spiders left as we move to... Well, Zewxip's at the end of your move?
Yes.
And we move to Lillili. You can see, because you have dark vision, but you see the spiders seem the spider creatures seem less concerned and a little more bloodthirsty now that the light is gone. What would you like to do?
Oof. Let's see here. Would you say they are all within 20 feet of me?
Yeah, they absolutely are. Most
All
of
right.
the web is also within 20 feet of you.
Yeah,
Actually, all of what's left of it.
I'm gonna cast fairy fire on them.
Oh, radical! That's really good. Awesome. So you cast forth a bout of fairy fire. What do they need to roll? Dexterity saving throws? And the web begins to glow, which is nice. And it's a dexterity save. So that is unfortunately a 21 and a 17. They should not have had disadvantage here. That was my issue. So both of the spiders save on the fairy fire.
Oh,
However,
dang it.
the web itself glows brightly now, as well as all of your chains. So in that regard, you're good. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm not sure if I have much I can do as a bonus action at this point.
Okay.
Does it look like the web is open enough for us to be able to pass down through it now?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely could pass down through it. Might be a little hard for the wagons and stuff that are going to be lowered down after you, but you could get
okay.
by, no problem.
All right. Yeah, I think that'll be it for my turn right now then.
Okie doke. We move to the foes. There are 3 of these spider monsters left. They are going to rush forward to attack, emboldened by the darkness. Now, there is light, so you can see them because of the web is lit. So they don't have advantage against anyone. But they are going to stab without disadvantage because there's no bright light. So, these are some scary-looking daggers now in the darkness. There are only 3 of you that are still in the center because Sasha moved to the side. So this is going to go against Zewxip. Oh god, a natural 20 for 10 points of damage. Zewxip, how does that feel?
I'm dead.
Dead?
Yes.
Oh god, it kills you outright? Or just unconscious?
I have. Well, hang on. I have 4 hit points remaining, so 10 or 4. Or so I'd be -6 technically out of my 9 hit points.
Okay, so you're not dead. You're just unconscious. It shanks you once and hisses, turning toward like Callie, who's over there. Like Callie, we got a dagger coming at you. A 6 and a 15. Do either of those
Like,
get you?
get off of me.
All right. The other one that originally had gone at you like Callie is going to try and stab you now. So that's 3 more attacks coming at you. A 22, a 6, and a 12.
Like, that one hurt. Stop that.
Yeah, so they hiss and they spittle on you as they try and stab you. They're like very frenzied. They got bug eyes. Big yellow bug eyes that kind of glow now that you're up close. And then 3 are coming at you, Lillili. Which, a 16 and a 15 are the 2 that would come close. Either of those hit you?
The 16 hits.
All right, so you only take 3 points, a glancing blow. But you see your pal, Zewxip, is kind of just dangling in the air, floating around in circles by their chain, unconscious.
Yikes.
That is the end of their move, however. That could have been a really bad round if they had rolled better. But I rolled a lot of 6s. So, we move to the next in the initiative order. Callie.
Okay, first of all, get up and stab one of these people.
Callie, you use your healing word for Zewxip. Zewxip, you feel the healing energy of Callie's command. And you also feel inspired if you want to take a reaction to stab something. Would you like to do that?
Is anything even in stabbing range?
Yeah, there's a spider monster right next to you.
You could also, like, move up to your movement speed, like, without provoking attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Can I cast a spell?
I think I'll let you have a cantrip. don't think
Thorn
it
Whip
might
or fire, I'll use Firebolt.
Sure. What would you want to attack? The creature or the web?
The web.
Okay. Go ahead and, wow. Give me your damage on the firebolt. Oh, wow, that's a beefy hit. All right. Another huge chunk of the web burns up. At this point, almost more than half of it has burned up. And it's starting to just completely fall away. So Let me roll a dex save for 2 of those spider monsters. So, like Callie, the one that got you good tumbles down into the darkness. Just
That was like my target.
one of the other ones, however, the one that had originally downed Zewxip, jumps backwards and repositions itself on the web.
Okay, like,
As the web is mostly burned away now.
I guess you hit me anyway. So, like, flower power. And I'm gonna, like, turn that into a shove attack.
You're gonna try and just push the spider into the web?
Like, off the web.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. I'm sorry. So that'd be a strength athletics check. Right?
Oh, like, sorry, I thought it was...
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's a weird thing. Holy
Like-
moly.
Come here!
Oh, and it even rolled really well, but not enough. You grab onto that spider, and it looks down as you grab onto one of its 4 arms, and it just... It seems confused, and then you pull it, and it's just...
Can I, like, keep one of the arms?
Let's see. Yeah, the arm just breaks off as the creature jerks and falls down. Tumbling
Like-
into the darkness below.
Like, hey Sasha, I got a new dagger for you.
Oh, thanks.
The arm twitches a little bit.
It comes with an arm.
Sasha's a little grossed out, but she'll take daggers where she can get them.
Well, Sasha, it's actually your turn. You're safe on the side of the... Actually, everyone's pretty safe right now. There's one spider creature left. It looks like it's making to flee. Like it's trying to figure out how it's going to get out of here. And you being on the side of the cavern can see there are a few crevices and cracks they probably crawled in through. What would you like to do? The web's almost gone at this point.
How apparent it is that they're trying to get away.
It's obvious it's trying to flee. It's looked around. All of its allies are dead. It's the last one left.
Like, the thing stabbed me, murder it.
What would you like to do?
Sasha is just like, there's no honor in killing something that's trying to run away. So she's just gonna cast light on her mace and
Excellent.
and work on swinging on over so she can get a dagger.
Yeah, you swing on to the middle where everyone else is dangling. You kind of bump into everyone uncomfortably, but you're all fine.
Like, you're not getting this dagger, you're clearly not gonna use it.
Hey, I
creature
used the other
hisses.
one quite effectively.
As Sasha gets closer and the light gets closer, the creature hisses, not liking the light. Zewxip, what would you like to do? The creature appears to be considering fleeing, and the web is basically gone.
I'm going to yell after it, and I will attempt to intimidate it so it never comes back and it learns a lesson.
Awesome! Go ahead and give me an intimidate check as you, as a little flower, you yell at him very angrily. All right, it's not that angry. It's about as intimidating as a half-dead flower would sound.
I had a little nectar in my throat from almost dying there. I'm sorry.
The spider monster does not seem intimidated, but it's still scared of everything else.
Like, I feel like you guys could learn from worshipping Nightmare Kurt a little bit about killing things.
Sorry, I worship to a different kind of deity.
So, Lillili, it's your move. You see the creature appears to be wanting to flee.
In which case, I use produce flame again, but this time just like on her own hand, just to kind of make it brighter, so it has more incentive to leave.
Okay, can you also roll me intimidate check? I'm gonna give you advantage as though Zewxip is helping you, because Zewxip's like making sounds and trying to yell at it, and you're intimidating it with fire.
I'm not scary at all. I'm just an elf in a potato sack.
It's like the light lights up, and for the first time, the camera shows Lillili in her true glory, an elf wearing a potato sack. And the spider like cocks its head like, wait, that's what I was trying to kill? However, it's now its turn, and it hisses and scatters off to the side and crawls off into one of the many crevasses, disappearing from sight as you all appear to have defeated these spider monsters.
At least I got an arm and a dagger out of it.
Yeah, and you just find yourselves dangling in open space currently.
Hey, Lillili, pull my finger.
Oh, I love this trick.
Are you just holding out the spider arm?
It's not my finger.
Oh, you got me.
Excellent. Anything y'all want to do, or are you just going to continue to head down?
Sasha would take a quick look, make sure that they're not missing anything before they go ahead and proceed and try and get that dagger. Because
no,
she kind of needs another one to toss at stuff and put light on.
You don't use it to kill things. Why would you need a dagger?
I use maces for that.
Yeah.
Is there enough spider web unburnt that I can gather it up?
Yeah, I think you could.
Okay, I'd like to gather up some spider web then.
Maybe 5 to 8 square feet of unburnt spider web. You're able to kind of gather it up in a fairly neat bundle. Maybe it'll be useful later. Who knows? But yeah, you gather up the web. You begin to go down. Sasha, you find your dagger. It looks like it got caught in on a little ledge some ways down. But you're able to recover that, thankfully. And yeah, you continue to head down ever deeper. At this point, you've been kind of just going down for an hour, or maybe probably longer even at this point. And you get to a part where this crevasse becomes fairly narrow, only maybe 10 feet across. And then immediately below, it opens up into a massive cavern. And it's right when you're kind of seeing that in the distance below you that you all feel a sudden jolt on your chains.
I think we found the real.
Oof.
And yeah, you're just hanging there for a minute.
Looks up to see what's going on. Did we
I'm gonna
run out?
start jerking my chain.
You start yanking your chain. Unfortunately, the dwarves are not yanking your chain. As you're all just kind of wondering what's going on. You suddenly hear the distant echo of a voice. One of the carts broke free! And looking up,
Starts undoing your chains. Fuck.
you begin to hear just you see little splinters kind of fall down around you. What do you all do?
Undo the chain, undo the chain.
You begin to undo the chain around you.
I have a very quick question about Circle of Trash.
Yep.
So one of the things I get is called Ruin. Now, that's something that takes a minute to invoke. Now, in that time, do I have to be touching the object the whole time, or can I prep it up and then activate it?
I think you have to be near to it. What do you ask?
Oh, because I was just kind of planning on ruining it when it came crashing into us, but if that won't
ruining the
work,
wagon?
then...
Yeah, probably not. I'd say
Okay.
you'd probably at least need to see it for the whole time.
Alright, in which case I do have a backup plan and I'm going to invoke it immediately. So she is going to cast Entangle, but kind of above everybody, so the vines kind of come out across and block off the tunnel.
Okay, that might help to stop the falling wagon.
That's the plan!
Awesome. Anyone else?
Sasha's busy trying to tie her rope into one of the links of her chain, and then just seeing if she can make her way down to safety in case if that doesn't hold.
Sure. You can you go ahead and roll me a I guess a sleight of hand check to see how well you can tie your rope real quick, if that's the route you're going rather. Okay.
She would stay there until she does it correctly.
Yeah, it's just very hard in the heat of everything. All right. We move to, I guess, like Callie. What are you doing?
Like seeing these vines pop out like above us, I'm gonna try and like grab onto them and like monkey bar my way like as far to the side as possible.
Okay, so you're gonna try and shove yourself against the side and hope that saves you.
Like move. Well, it's like a giant cavern, right? like,
No,
open
you're
up?
at the part where it's very narrow. The giant cavern is below you, about 15 feet down. That's what Sasha's trying to rope down to.
I'm like, I'm gonna take like the new dagger that I got, cut off a piece of vine, and like, oh god, I'm still stuck to this chain.
Yeah, you're still roped in.
Okay, I like undo my harness.
Okay, sure. So you're gonna also do it, Sasha. Can you also give me a sleight of hand check? Zewxip, what would you like to do?
How close to the wall am I? I know we're in a bottleneck.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a super bottleneck. You could just push yourself against the wall and hope, but that's a gamble right there.
Can I like try?
Is there anyone still dangling in the middle?
Lillili still is, but Lillili also has that baseball hat. Lillili, did you want to try and parachute down with your baseball hat?
Oh, I completely forgot about that hat.
Yeah, you're still holding on to this big dumb hat. You were doing it throughout the whole fight. That explains
right.
the fireballs.
Yeah, because I don't think there's anything else I've got here that seems like it might do any good.
The entangle to help everyone else. The hat for you.
Yeah, basically, I think that's what it's gonna come down to.
Well,
yeah, she's gonna try to
actually-
detach. And...
Oh,
yeah.
Go ahead. Oh no.
If I gust, I might be able to push you, Lillili, to the side as well as myself.
I think I trust the
Ooh.
bottom more than the side.
Oh, but no. Once you're down through the bottom, you want to get off toward the side a little bit.
Yeah.
Can I like
Okay.
change what I'm doing after I get unhooked?
Yeah, absolutely. And Sasha, if you would like to as well, what are you guys doing?
Can I like use like a spiritual weapon, make it fly, and just like hang on to it?
Nah, it's not load bearing, unfortunately.
Fine then.
She
Time
would-
to
She would
Swing.
try. She would try one last time to try and to either try and tie up her rope on her chain or just start climbing down.
I'm gonna like sit here in guidance to make sure that people can like get out.
Okay, so as the cart crashes down toward you, a couple things happen. So it sounds like Callie, you're shoving yourself against the wall and just hoping, right?
No, I like
Oh.
cut a piece of the vine and I'm like swinging.
I'm confused. Oh, you're trying to go down with Sasha.
I'm like going Indiana Jones style.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
I'm parachuting down as well.
okay, and it sounded, Zewxip, like you wanted to hitch a ride with Lillili on the parachute.
Actually,
You're
since
very
if I can gust, yeah, maybe the two of us can take the hat down if I'm filling it with air.
Excellent. So, as Lillili, you go down through the opening holding onto your hat. It appears to be helping slow your fall a little bit. And you notice that there's a little plant hanging onto you. It's Zewxip below you, gusting up into the hat. I guess could you roll me, I guess, an acrobatics check or something like that? Or yeah, if you have a similar kind of check you'd want to do that you think might be more applicable, survival or what have you, that's fine too.
Is that me or
That's
him?
you, but you have advantage from Zewxip,
And
giving you
guidance.
the gust. Oh, and guidance, right? Damn, I forgot about that. So an extra D4 as well. Oh yeah, with an 18 plus the D4, you exit down through the little crevasse and begin floating gracefully through this massive chasm far away from the little hole you came down in, and you're able to float safely to the ground, not being annihilated by the wagon. However,
I don't
Our other
like
two
that, however.
Sasha.
Can I shout up to them that it's safe down here?
oh, they know it. Well, you also look down. There is a floor. You see the floor. It's about 200 feet down. Sasha, you're swinging down, like Callie, you're swinging down. Can both of you make me athletics checks to try and like grab onto the walls and hold yourselves up? All right.
I'm a solid Dragonborn.
Sasha, you're having a hard time. Your rope is starting to give. You're not getting a good grip. You see next to you, like Callie has a pretty good grip on like the side. Is there anything you want to do as you start to fall, Sasha?
Help.
Help! And the cart crashes down, and it seems to be slowed heavily by the vines, but tumbles down through them. Like Callie, you're going to have resistance to this damage because you succeeded on your check. So it's going to be only 7 points of damage onto you, like Callie.
Oh my.
Yep. Are you still up?
Like, yeah. Not by much,
You're
but
able
yeah.
You're able to hold on. You do not fall. However, Sasha, you get pummeled by chunks of broken cart as it falls past. Unfortunately, bludgeoned unconscious as you tumble down into the abyss below.
Like, how fast is he, like, falling?
Falling... Do you have something with a... I mean, what's your goal? What's your move? You're the only one close enough to try and help.
Can I, like, tell him to, like, wake up so that he can, like, die when he hits the floor?
All right, Sasha, you hear as you get slammed by this cart and fall unconscious, you hear the voice of like Callie saying, like, get up, and you wake up. Is there anything you want to do as you plummet toward the ground?
To try... Am I able to grab onto the cart when falling?
There's chunks of cart everywhere. It's not a solid thing. It's been tumbling down.
Can I at least, like, try to, like, shove off of it so I'm not under the entire thing?
Yes,
so they can recover my body at least?
Absolutely. You throw yourself off. You're like, ugh! And the rest of you down below see Sasha splash into what seems like water after kicking off part of the wagon, but then not move. As a fall like that was certainly fatal. However, thankfully, being one of Bartholomew's adventurers, you'll easily be resurrected by Bartholomew at the end of, once he finds out you died. So, it's not all that bad. But you have made it to the bottom. The rest of the dwarves are able to get all of their supplies and remaining wagons lowered down, set up a little bit of base camp. There is a bit of a vigil said for Sasha, who unfortunately did not make it. Lillili, eventually you and Zewxip float down to the bottom, and all of you can see as you make your way down, except for Sasha, unfortunately.
Like, guys, can you help me? I'm stuck up here.
The wondrous fallen city of Ku, a massive city of buildings crafted of copper all over the place, but it looks like someone took the city and just kind of shook it up, and the buildings are all over the place, and it's a total wreck.
Wow, it's lovely down here.
Wow, I did all of that for, like, this?
But you have succeeded in your adventure. You've made it to the bottom without all of you dying. Congratulations, everyone. You each earn 100 Bartholomew bucks and 1 point of experience, which means if you were level 1, Zewxip and Sasha, you're now level 2. So congratulations.
So, like, Lillili, I'll be, like, seeing you next week, right?
Totally.
Let's go, like, smash things, girl.
Yeah. Thank you all for playing. And with that, we'll be right back as we set up for game 2 this evening. The next part in this expedition coup.
Thank you. It was fun, and I'm sorry for the technical difficulties.
Oh, it happens. We'll be right back, folks. Stay tuned.